Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of DGS. Damn, I'm still mad that my 3DS decided to crash right at a good part. So it kind of ruined the whole momentum of the whole thing, but we'll try to see if we can get back up on this. Kazni is not in a good mood considering I just, kinda made things worse for our side. But anyway, let us continue on with this.
What do you think you're doing, you filthy little shit?
Little shite? Little shit. Yeah, oh, shoot, my sound. Sorry, I gotta fix that. There we go!
I don't acknowledge you. As a defense attorney, this is a conspiracy!
Whether you acknowledge him or not, only one fact remains. Previously, when the trial reconvened after being postponed due to the smoke bomb, there were several suspicious things about this omnibus.
Suspicious?
First was the compartment under the seat. When the police inspected it, it was no doubt full of the driver's tools. And the other one was the bloodstain on the skylight. This also did not exist this morning when court convened.
But Lord Von Zeeks, unfortunately neither of those points are confirmed by the court.
That's true. Isn't there like a written document of this shit? Like, okay, anyway. When it was presented, both things were closed.
Therefore, it would be very difficult to say definitively whether those two traces truly were forged after the fact.
Indeed, there may not have been anyone in this court who checked those points.
Your thoughts, Naruhodō-sama.
Susato-san.
That omnibus. Why did there been any other unnatural traces in it?
Not that I can think of. We're just gonna go downhill. We're already going to the shit. We're just gonna go downhill even further. I can think of one. Your Honor.
What is it, defense?
There's one more thing about that omnibus. One more trace that shouldn't have been there when the trial began.
What? Mr. Attorney! Just what are you trying to say this time? If you intend to betray me, your very life.
The defendant would do well to shut his mouth. The court is awaiting the defense's reply. This trial, laced with both fact and fabrication, just where is it headed?
It would seem that we'll need you to point it out. What is the other suspicious trace that appeared at the scene of the crime?
Gee, I don't know. What about the bloodstain that's on the floor? If we assume that the victim was stabbed on the upper deck and then fell down through the skylight, it's only natural that there would be blood directly under the skylight where he would have hit. But, as far as I can recall, when this carriage was submitted, there were no traces on the floor.
Ah.
That one was a real obvious one, too.
Now that you mention it, I get the same feeling.
Well said. Though it was nothing that should ever be said by a defense attorney. It's inconceivable that that bloodstain could be decisive evidence. That someone could have planted fake clues in the carriage. It's possible, and we must acknowledge that. Naruhodō. Realize if you lose this, you're going back to Japan! Oh my god. Case is just... This case is like... What is it? Case 4 of game number 2, literally, except worse.
This trial is over.
But Mangadal-san.
So far, I've given this court my utmost cooperation, but now, at this moment, it's over.
But you're the defendant, so...
I'm saying it's over!
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Your memory? Those are meaningless. Look at reality. The bloodstain right now, at this moment, is there.
But...
And, in spite of all the time that's passed, Mr. Grim Reaper over there has yet to present any decisive evidence. Honestly, I've become quite tired of listening to the Grim Reaper's drivel. What say you, Your Honor?
Holy shit.
It's true, one memory does not constitute evidence. The bloodstain at the scene certainly is there now. So long as no one can prove that it wasn't there before, it is impossible to continue this trial.
But...
Lord Von Zeeks, your thoughts?
The testimony and evidence that the prosecution has prepared has been exhausted.
We're at a stalemate. Understood. As long as we have no further means to debate this possibility, the court must now hand down its own verdict. Now then, as a formality, the court will now confirm the defense's claims.
What does he mean as a formality?
It seems that at this rate, Mangadal-sama will receive a not guilty verdict.
Not guilty?
Which would mean our victory.
Is that really okay? Should I really allow the trial to end here?
Defense, you may now make your closing statement.
Understood. The defense's closing statement is that he's not guilty. It's possible that he's guilty. We're going with the second option because I think I've actually seen the he's not guilty option and wasn't as interesting as if you actually claimed that he might have been guilty. I may be the defendant's, Mr. Mangadal's defense attorney, but at present, I cannot insist on the defendant's innocence.
What?
I admit that I have no decisive evidence that Mangadal-san committed any crime. But I also cannot prove his innocence.
Huh? What did you say? This is completely unheard of. A defense attorney not pleading innocence for the defendant?
Oh shit! Why do you stop at the worst parts for me? Can confirm. I'm convinced Mangadal is breaking my 3DS at this point. Ugh.
It seems it wasn't a mistake for me to choose you as my defense attorney after all.
Eh?
I never dreamed that you'd give me such a splendid show in the end. Here's a tip for you. Take it.
What?
I have no further use for you. You fought well.
What do you mean?
Only what this honor the judge just said. It's impossible for this trial to proceed any further. Your assertion was literally a mere formality.
Fuck this this man. Also, my throat hurts. Jesus.
Even I cannot make sense of this situation.
So in the end, was that evidence real or a forgery?
If only we could simply shut our eyes and dispose of everything that so much as resembled rubbish.
That aristocratic twat is guilty. There, I reckon that settles it.
I'm ashamed to have ever doubted the man who donated that beautiful park.
As long as the court finds itself in this position, I must conclude that it is impossible to continue this trial. In addition, we shall grant the defendant's request.
Whew. Fuck this man. Fuck this beautiful, mean man.
I am most grateful, Your Honor. The court will now hand down its verdict.
But we still don't know whether the bloodstains in the carriage were real or which parts of these witnesses' testimonies have been true or false. We don't know the truth about any of it.
Lord von Zeeks,
Your Honor.
all of this is a matter of the prosecution's proof being insubstantial. That is all. The possibility that the omnibus had false evidence planted on it. It is also the prosecution's responsibility for having allowed such an opening to have been created.
My deepest apologies. But when that happened, Prosecutor von Zeeks gave the order for the carriage to be secured.
In the end, I cannot ignore the part he played in inviting such a situation to occur.
But
At this point in time, the court cannot declare the defendant guilty. Therefore, the court requires a decision from the jury.
Eh?
You did your best, Prosecutor von Zeeks. And my beloved attorney.
But then, our entire reason for being here...
Those are the rules of the great British court system. If you'd like this trial to continue, perhaps you should first go about changing the law.
Cosney Mangodal.
Oh my, do you still have something you wish to...
I simply have one warning for you. Don't think this is over.
I look forward to the continuation then.
Why did the volume go up all of a sudden? Okay, yeah, Mangodal's just breaking my 3DS.
Now then, I will hand down the verdict on Cosney Mangodal.
Not guilty! Yay! Yay! Oh wow! Wait, fireworks inside the courtroom? Is that safe?
Are you kidding me with this trial? This is wrong! Look at the evidence again!
What are you talking about? The doubt surrounding that man has been cleared, right? The court fell once again into great chaos when the verdict came down. My first trial in Great Britain has come to a close. But the defendant's not guilty verdict, a victory for us. Is it though? Is it really? I really don't feel like I want anything. This case though! Good case! same day, 5:14 in the afternoon at the Old Bailey. Defendant's lobby.
You fought hard, Naruhodō-sama.
Thanks, Susato-san.
Your first victory at your first trial in a foreign land. It's truly remarkable. I offer you my heartfelt congratulations.
Too, Susato-san. Thank you very much for all you did today. I wonder if this is really okay. In the end, we have no idea what really happened in this murder.
I simply didn't have time.
But who killed the victim, Mori-san?
I still don't even know that. An attorney's most important duty is to fight for a not guilty verdict for his client with every mean he has. I believe you fulfilled that duty quite admirably.
Precisely. Mangodal-san. Girl's with him too.
It would seem that the rumors are true.
Which rumors?
That when a not guilty verdict is handed down in court, 6 fireworks are shot off. Did you see them? Rather splendid, weren't they?
Yes, they certainly were.
I heard that the fireworks are even more spectacular when viewed from the defendant's chair. And it was true. I suppose that was thanks to you, perhaps, Mr. Attorney.
This man. No, I don't think it had anything to do with my ability.
Oh, there you go again. That can't be true. Then what do you propose it had to do with?
Perhaps it had less to do with me and more to do with your work.
Well, to be honest, there were a few twists there that had me sweating, but let's just call it the folly of youth and let bygones be bygones, eh?
Congratulations on your not guilty verdict, Mangodal-sama. Congratulations, huh? We didn't solve anything.
To me, there is only one thing that is truly important. That would be the fact that they acknowledged that I didn't do it. Don't you agree? Isn't it wonderful?
Right.
Let's simply leave the rest to the city police that we take so much pride in. With them on the job, the true criminal will definitely be caught. I truly believe that. For you see, that's why we all pay such high taxes.
Yada yada.
Now then, please, take the 1,000 guineas I promised you without complaint.
No, I can't accept such a large amount.
Oh my, just as one would expect of an Oriental. So modest. Well, no matter. In that case, at least take this, your tip.
Mr. Cosney Mangodal. Preparations have all been made, so if you wouldn't mind proceeding to the courtroom. The courtroom?
Oh my, this is quite a bit sooner than I was promised.
My apologies, sir, but the plans have changed somewhat.
In that case, this is where I must take my leave. There will be a brief crime scene investigation now.
Crime scene investigation?
That omnibus will now be re-examined one final time. And they would like me to be present for that.
Re-investigation?
Well, technically, I'm not obligated to sit on such a tedious process, but as the Star of London, I intend to cooperate as much as possible. That is my duty as a gentleman. Now then, I bid you good day. I look forward to meeting you again.
I don't want to meet you again. You're really sketchy.
I pray you enjoy your study abroad.
bye. Just bye. He's gone. Has she been there the whole time? Freeze! Still just as inefficient a gun to load as ever, I see. Gina-san, would you mind lowering that dangerous thing? Excuse me. Adults. Eh? I hate every single one of them.
Oh, so this is where you've been. Don't think you'll get away from me.
What's this girl's deal?
Honestly, you can't do that. Stealing other people's belongings. I was really looking forward to testing out that smoke launcher prototype myself. Wanna have a duel? You won't beat me.
Where did this gun come from? Who are...
Oh, I'm actually the inventor of this smoke launcher.
Inventor?
I mean, think about it. Smoke screens are always, you know, so white and bland, right? If you have to be shrouded in either way, wouldn't you prefer to be shrouded in smoke that's a cute color?
I like to avoid being shrouded in any kind of smoke as much as possible.
I was transferring omnibuses and took my eyes off it just for a second, and it got stolen. Good thing I attached a homing device to it.
Homing device? I have no idea what she's talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me to my research lab.
Huh? Why?
Isn't it obvious? You need to apologize to my engineer.
Apologize?
Do something bad, you have to apologize. Did any adults ever teach you that?
Adults, you say? I can't.
Well, shall we be going?
Fine.
Oh, you're unexpectedly obedient all of a sudden.
Pretty sure it has to do with that giant gun you're aiming at her face.
Now then, we'll be taking our leave. Sorry for the ruckus.
I had a different voice for Iris a while back when I streamed this, so I don't know if I'm going to stick with that or go back to the old one I had. Her voice was a lot deeper than what I was previously. Because this one kind of hurts my throat trying to do an accent and stay high up there. She was certainly a bubbly girl.
Now then, shall we be off as well?
Yes, I suppose so, but when you say be off, where exactly are we off to? After all, as soon as we arrived here in London this morning, we headed straight to court. All our bags were left with the porter, so we don't have anywhere to return to tonight.
My plan was for us to spend today searching for lodgings.
I don't think we'd have much luck if we started searching for lodgings now, would we?
There's no point in stewing over it. If push comes to shove, you can always spend the night in Naruhodō Park.
Naruhodō Park?
It may be a bit cold there at night at this time of year, but we're young. We can surely overcome.
Sasato, this is a horrible suggestion. I wonder about that. I don't think it matters whether you're old or young. I'm pretty sure anyone would be frozen solid trying that in the dead of London winter.
Oh, I'd rather avoid that if possible.
Oh boy. In this case, maybe I should have accepted it after all. The 1,000 guineas. Maybe. But I don't know, that feels like dirty money to me. And so, on the day that I arrived in Great Britain, I finished my defense attorney's exam. However, we would later learn that just as the Grim Reaper of Old Bailey had promised, this case was far from over. Alright, there's going to be a scene that's going to happen pretty soon, and after that, I'm pretty much done. with this video for now. We're gonna go right into it. This case will be done when this scene plays out. So I'm gonna say, I'll just do my outro here, and we'll continue into case 4 in the next video. See you guys then.
What? これはどういうことだ。わかりません。私が駆けつけた時にはもう現場検証が始まるまで立ち入り禁止のはずではないか。まさか中に誰かいるのか。なんという。